So how was it to be used as a Swiss Army knife?
It was great. You know, it was one of the things that made this film really fun to do was actually that a lot of the special effects that you see in the movie were really there on set. So that where he's, you know, when I'm spewing water out of my mouth and stuff, that was a real rig that we hooked up to the inside of my mouth, and like they had a huge like pump and they could, you know, make me really do that. So that and the, like, you know, the stuff where Paul's like using me to shoot fish and shoot raccoons, like, yeah, it was just all so much fun. It's so crazy and weird, but I loved it.
So what motivated you most to be part of this movie?
Just that, like, there was nothing else like it. You know, there was, I read quite a lot of scripts, and when you come across something that is this original and exciting and imaginative, it jumps out at you. And there was absolutely no question in my mind that I wanted to be a part of it. You know, when I read pretty much from page 2, the bit where Paul's riding Manny across the water like a jet ski, it was around that moment that I was like, yeah, this is pretty great. Like, I'm probably gonna want to do this movie.
Was it a bigger physical challenge to be alive or being dead?
I mean, in the case of this movie, being dead was quite a physical challenge, just because I'm getting like thrown around so much, and you know, sort of just lying in very uncomfortable positions for a long time. But I really enjoyed that. Like, I really enjoyed the physical part of this movie, and you know, one of the first things I said to our directors was, you know, can I do as many of my own stunts as you'll let me do? At which they did, which was great. I had a stunt double for a few scenes, but mainly it was all me, which was great.
You also mentioned Paul Dano, your co-star.
Yeah.
How was it to be to work so close with just one other actor?
It was great. I mean, Paul is amazing, and there's nobody, you know, he's sort of you couldn't wish for anyone better to do this kind of film with. He's incredibly open and caring and kind, but also very tough and incredibly smart, and just a wonderful, wonderful actor. Yeah, like getting to work with him in this very physical way and on this very different kind of film was a complete joy. Like, it was just it was a lot of fun, and just being there to support him was great.
The Daniels, the directors, if I'm right, said the plot started actually just with a joke. What do you think about the development of this movie?
I mean, you know, the Daniels are amazing, and they are very humble, and so they would say that it started with a joke, which is true. It did all start with them finding this idea really funny of, like, what if there was a guy trapped on a desert island and he finds a dead body and he uses its farts to, you know, travel across the water like a jet ski. Yeah, I mean, that there was that, and I think a few of their films, like I think their short film Interesting Ball, I think that also came from just a joke that they were making. But they're so smart as well. I mean, they are so clever that they, you know, it by the time it came to the film, it's a lot more than just that one very brilliant joke. You know, they found a way of making a film that both features a farting corpse and somehow manages to take in the beauty of life and all of humanity.
Who's special? There's 7 billion people on the planet. You might be lucky enough to bump into the one person you want to spend the rest of your life with.